All right, clear and cold. I guess we need a ton of clouds here to warm things up. It's not happening, though.
Yeah, so lots of sunshine this afternoon.
Right.
Temps will actually warm up quite a bit. It'll be warmer than it has been for the last couple of days, but if you recall back to yesterday or maybe even over the weekend, we had some really cold rain build in, and that's what we're going to be dealing with to close out the week. And we are tracking that unsettled cold pattern and how it's going to continue over the next several days and into next week. So we'll talk more about that in a second. But out there right now on our Virginia Tech Carillion Skycam, Roanoke is currently at 32 degrees. We've got winds out of the north and west between about 5 and 10 miles per hour across the board. So we're dealing with a little bit of a wind chill, primarily across the Blue Ridge and into the interior zones like parts of the Roanoke Valley, but across the Piedmont, temperatures are feeling more so between about 27 and 32 degrees. So just keep that in mind as you head out the door, maybe feeling a couple of degrees colder than what you see here for the next several hours, 27 to about 35 degrees with those winds continuing to die off as we go throughout the rest of the morning, and those mostly clear skies continuing to build in. We get between about 42 and 47 degrees later on this afternoon, a couple degrees shy of the average for the time of year. And something that we're tracking that's going to be influential to our weather pattern over the next couple of days is the surface setup. We've got an area of high pressure out there to our west that actually moves in later on tonight and into tomorrow. That's going to be influential for what we're tracking in the future because we've got a weaker cold front that's going to be building in, that's going to be pushing across the region, not really bringing much rainfall later on tonight. Maybe just a handful of showers, talking about maybe 10% chance of coverage across all of Southwest Virginia. So the overwhelming majority of us stay dry. But that area of high pressure moves offshore to our north and east, and that's going to be influential because it's going to determine how much cold air supply there will be for Friday's potential wintry mix event that we are tracking. You see a lot of blue, you see a lot of pink, you see a lot of green on screen there. This is around 8 a.m. Friday morning. If this area of high pressure is further out to sea, we're not going to see as much cold air supply. We'll see this pink drift up, we'll see the blue drift up, and we really won't see much snow as a result. However, if this area of high pressure is a little bit closer and a little bit more dominant, continuing to bring in some of that cold air, we'll continue to see the potential for more snow. That's exactly what the GFS is showing. It's showing a weaker area of high pressure, so maybe 1 to 2 inches of snow. On top of that, a mixture of ice and sleet. Now, the European model is indicating that there's a stronger area of high pressure, which means that cold air is going to be lingering a little bit longer and we'll potentially see more snow than ice. So we are keeping this on our radar. Your local weather authority is keeping this event for Friday morning very close on our minds and keeping the updated forecast within the next 24 hours or so. I've been looking at models behind the scenes. We're getting our newer runs in. Once we get those higher resolution model runs in, we'll have a better idea of just exactly how much of an impact this system will have and how much snow we could see across all 5 zones of Southwest Virginia.